That's because you haven't got any friends.
Oh. Hi, welcome to the running channel. I'm Andy, and today, together with Anna, we're going to be answering some of the most Googled questions all about running. I think some of the things that people search for might surprise you.
Absolutely, I'm looking forward to this one. But first off, before we dive into the minds of you weird and wonderful runners out there, can't believe some of the stuff you've been Googling, please do hit subscribe and subscribe to the running channel, because that means that we can carry on making videos all about running and answer the questions that you have about running so Google doesn't have to. Also, while you're at it, tap the bell icon so you get notified every time we upload new videos all about running, which we do every single week. Right, so first up, is running. I've got a feeling this is going to be the standard one that everyone always asks. Is running bad for your knees? Let's have a look. Oh, what a surprise. Is running bad for your knees?
This is an easy one for us straight up because we've just done a video all about it. Check it out on the running channel. The answer, in short, is no.
Nope. Move on.
Yeah, easy.
Easy. Okay. Is running good for you? Yeah.
We'd like to think so at the running channel. I think it's good for you in lots of different ways. For me personally, it has a massive impact on my mental health. You can attest to that as one of my colleagues, that I'm probably easier to be around at work if I've been able to fit in a run. So yeah, that's what for me. It's the biggest impact is on my mental health.
Yeah, definitely keeps you fit as well. And yeah, I think that's an overriding. Probably didn't need to Google it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next, is running a verb?
Sort of. To run would be a verb, I guess.
Run,
if I go back to my primary school grammar.
A verb is a doing word.
Yes, it is.
And then
Wow.
An adjective is a describing word.
Yes.
And a noun is the name of something.
Yeah, so,
in case you weren't sure.
So I think in this case, running, as it's written, would be a noun, but to run would be a verb. It's a weird thing to Google, though.
I'm not sure. I don't know if it is or not. No, run.
I'm pretty confident.
But is running a verb?
No, it's still not, no.
Okay. Maybe we ought to move on. I still don't know the answer. I might Google it. Right. Is running a sport?
Definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In lots of different categories, I suppose. Track and field.
Yeah.
Cross country, road running, ultra running, trail running, all of which are sports, I thought.
It's also a hobby.
Yeah.
So running is also a sport and a hobby.
Yeah. I don't think they have to be mutually exclusive.
No. Okay. Done? This is really easy.
Yeah. Maybe we're going to whiz through this video way too quick.
Is running bad for your back?
Probably not bad for everybody's back, but it has been bad for my back. One of the things I have to focus on the most when I'm doing some drills or dynamic stretching or trying to warm up is my lower back. Definitely the further I run in a week, the more of an impact it'll have on how stiff my lower back is.
Yeah, I just did an ultra and my back really hurts. So
you did run 260k in 6 days.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Humble brag. Yeah, so that did hurt my back. But also, core strengthening means that you get less of a bad back.
Yes, I think that's the thing that people don't realise. Often the things that hurt are because other things are weak.
Yeah.
So they're having to do all of the extra work. So your back is having to carry the kind of the core stability load and keep you upright and stable on maybe particularly cross country or uneven surfaces if it's slippery and so on, and it's your back that will take the brunt of that. So strengthening your core in terms of the front abdominal muscles actually can have a big impact on back pain.
There you go. Next. Ooh. Is running good for weight loss? I hate this one so much.
Yeah, I mean ultimately it's exercise, so it keeps you healthy. We've already talked about running being good for you, so yes, it can help with weight loss, as can hundreds of other things. I think the reason that you get so cross is because often people will equate running a certain distance with then having earned in some way their food, which is, it's not something we advocate at all on the running channel. No. A 2-hour run does not equal 20 donuts, because if you want to eat 20 donuts, then just eat 20 donuts. You might be sick though. So yeah, not a massive fan of it, but yes, running can make you lose weight the more you do. It can help you lose weight?
Yeah,
I think
it can help you, yeah. Right, next up are runners. Interesting.
Who's going first? Wow, we could be here for a long time.
Oh my God. Are runners better in bed? Now, actually, it's interesting because I did see an article that was written about this, possibly based on the fact that the people who'd written the article realised that there was quite a high search volume for this. And the answer on the article was yes, we are.
So I don't know about that. I spent 10 years as a professional athlete doing nothing other than trying to get faster. I don't know whether that's a benefit here. Although the people
Go on.
the people that know me well, maybe not this
Your
well.
wife?
Oh, let's not go there. The people that know me well, maybe not this well, would say though that I spend an awful lot of time warming up. So if that is a benefit, I don't know.
I've got nothing. I can't even. Right, next. I'm done. Oh, okay. Are runners attractive?
I don't know how to answer that question.
Yes, of course we are.
Yeah, in the
Why
same
not?
way as everybody is, I suppose.
Are runners more attractive than non-runners? Well, yeah. We have a better hobby. That makes you more attractive, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Just like being humble, right?
Yeah.
That's more attractive.
Back yourself. Right. Are runners athletes? I mean, he is.
Yeah. Definitely. I guess I wondered whether this might come from a more of a US based search, perhaps, because in the US, athletics is kind of all sports at college level. Usually, they'll talk about athletics isn't just track and field. But yeah, I think runners are athletes for sure, whatever level you're competing at.
Definitely. Yeah. Fine. Next. Are runners tall?
Again, I am.
I'm not. I'm 5'5".
And we did a video recently with Emma Pooley, who's definitely a runner, and she is not tall at all. So I've got no idea whether there's any science behind like overall. And I think actually, if you were talking about marathon runners at like the very highest level, definitely not. That actually, it's a benefit to being shorter.
Charlotte Purdue. She's very short.
Yeah. Gabrielle Selassie, Bekele, those guys, they're both really small.
I don't know how tall Eliud Kipchoge is.
Good question. Neither do I.
We should probably Google it.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Maybe, so are good runners tall? Is there a benefit to being tall when you run?
I think it depends on the distance would be my unscientific opinion, having been involved at that level, would be that certain events, so sort of 400, 800, 1500, there's quite a lot of tall runners. But then as the distance gets longer,
get shorter.
Then people get shorter because it's less weight to carry around. Like at the highest level, if you're only 5 foot and you're a sensible muscular build, then you're not going to be as heavy as someone who's 6'2".
And also, when you run marathons, it makes you shorter.
Yeah, I think you recover afterwards, though, don't you?
You do recover afterwards, yeah. But that was my thought of maybe like you get shorter every time you do a marathon. I've done 7 now, and I'm like a foot shorter than when I started.
You were 6'5".
Yeah.
Wow.
I was a tall runner. Next. Are runners smarter? Well, I've been told off for not being humble, so I'm not going to answer this one.
I've got no idea.
Right.
Obviously, we should back ourselves and say, yes, absolutely, that anyone watching the running channel is definitely smarter than your average YouTube viewer.
Yeah, agreed. We're smarter. He's quite smart. He's got like PhDs and stuff. So.
Yeah.
Plural? I don't know. He's smart. Right. Are runners crazy?
It's a good follow-up for our runners smarter. I mean, you've just run this ridiculous ultra marathon, so I would say yes, that is crazy.
That's quite crazy.
Yeah.
That is quite crazy. But in general, you don't have to have run an ultra to be a crazy runner. I think the fact that you get up on a weekend at like in the dark and go out for a long run or whatever, and you've done your exercise for the day before most people get out of bed because they're maybe hungover or having a lie-in and stuff, like that side of running, I think is quite crazy.
Yeah, and my entire, I guess, high school career of running was I was introduced to running through cross country, and there's no other way of describing it than crazy when it's -2, might be really muddy, you're going to run through a freezing cold stream. Twice you ran through a stream at the weekend? Yeah.
Yep.
That is bonkers, but it's also probably my fondest memories of running are cross country.
Right, next one. Do runners, okay, do runners live longer?
yes. There was a study recently, wasn't there? I'm sure we read about it in the press.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
So even just running a little bit and staying active had like a pretty significant effect on life expectancy.
Yep. And there was another article that was out recently about I think she was a Japanese woman who was in her 90s who ran every day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And that was her key to living longer. So there you go. Runners do live longer. Hooray! Do runners need protein?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Simple one, but yes. I think because often runners that you see on TV or that you're familiar with competing at the higher end are very skinny and don't look like the most muscular people out there, then people perhaps think of protein as the reserve of gym goers and bodybuilders. Yeah. But yeah, you definitely need protein. If you're training hard, or even moderately actually, you need to take in some protein immediately after you finish. You've got a 30-minute window to maximise the kind of uptake of that protein and its usefulness to your body.
Yeah.
So yeah, get some protein in. Food is best, but if you're out and about like a lot of us are when we're training, then some kind of protein shake or protein bar can be a really important part of your recovery.
Definitely. Think of all that minor damage that you've done to all of your muscles when you do like long runs and track sessions and things like that. And that's probably Googled because runners equals carbs a lot of the time,
Yeah.
especially for like more endurance-y stuff, long distance. So yes, a good healthy mix of everything. Dr. Anna, I'm not a doctor. Do runners have... Oh, no, shave their legs.
It's hard upside down.
Yeah. Do runners have legs? Yes. Do runners shave their legs? Do you shave your legs?
Not anymore, but I did. I did shave them when I was competing. It started as a...
Dare?
No. It started because I was getting so much treatment from both a physiotherapy and massage perspective, then actually that was quite painful with hairy legs. So,
Tape?
yeah, exactly.
Having like K-tape on?
Yeah. Tape, mud in the cross-country season.
Yeah.
That can be a bit painful, but mainly the massage. And then I will wholeheartedly admit that towards the end of my career, I was probably shaving my legs out of a combination of habit and vanity, because it can make you look more lean and you're on the start line. You want every advantage you can have when you're competing at that highest level. And if you feel good and feel fit, then that was probably the reason that I did that. Maybe I shouldn't admit to that, but yeah.
You know, fake tan does the same. Did you fake tan your legs too?
No, I didn't, and I got a lot of stick actually for how I looked like I'd never seen the sun. So
I obviously need to answer this as well. I do shave my legs, but not in the winter. There's no point.
at all.
Sometimes, if I'm going out, or for cross country when you have to wear shorts. But if you're going out for a little run on your own, no one's going to see your legs. No,
It's got a little bit more personal than I imagined, but
Well, I feel like I have to answer these as well as you. So yeah, there you go. Do runners get paid? Oh, interesting.
yeah, the big question. I guess this must be talking about elites.
Yeah.
I mean, there's two sides. There's probably influencers who work in running who are being paid to go to events and
Post videos on YouTube.
Yeah, good point. To the elites that you'd see on the start line at the London Marathon, or in the Diamond League circuit in the summer, or going to the World Championships or to the Olympics. The answer is that yes, some athletes get paid. Mm-hmm. Not all athletes get paid, and some athletes who go to the Olympics in Tokyo next year, they won't be getting paid very much at all, if anything. Some athletes have kit sponsorships, and that can range from being sent the shoes and the kit, which is brilliant, so don't get me wrong, but then the higher profile athletes will be being paid essentially what's a salary, a contract with that shoe company to promote their products, to be part of Team New Balance, Team Nike on the circuit, and that's how those athletes survive, alongside in the UK things like lottery funding. But there is a big disparity in the amounts that people are paid. It's based on how fast you are, your previous performances, where you've placed in major championships, but also how good your agent is, which is probably not how it should be, but that is how it works.
Yeah.
And probably where you've been to university or where you're from in the world. If you've been through the US collegiate system and you're a US athlete as well, then you're much more likely to have a higher value contract than anyone else in the world.
That's what I was going to ask. Yeah, interesting. Okay, last one. What is running? That's not the question. That's the start of the questions. We all know what running is. Right, what is running good for? Absolutely nothing. Ha! No?
I'm glad you did that so that I didn't have to embarrass myself further than I have already. Loads of stuff. Mental health, physical health.
Yep.
Uh,
Forming friendships.
yeah, I ran out there. I thought I had loads of things. I only had 2.
That's because you haven't got any friends.
Oh, you cut me deep. Not far from the truth. But yes, the community. You guys, actually, the running channel community, are a big part of our life. The parkrun community on a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
There are a lot of things that running's good for, and there's some movements out there, like Good Gym springs to mind, where people are going out and using running as a force for good in the community too.
Yeah, for sure. Run, talk, run as well. That's a really nice one where people get to go and chat rubbish to each other for as long as they want, and it's just, yeah, the whole running is good for the world.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
I'd agree with that. And just to touch on the talking whilst running, you shouldn't underestimate that, because of the fact that some people might find it more difficult to talk face to face, where you do have to make eye contact in a kind of normal social situation. When you're running, you don't, and you can chat a little bit more freely, and certainly that's been my experience.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, what is running good for? Everything. What is running cadence? Well, we do have a video on the running channel about this one.
Yes.
Do you want to give us a brief, quick
It
overview?
is a measure of how quickly you are striding, essentially. So the frequency of your stride rate is how I would sum up what cadence is.
Yep, that's a good summation. Summation, is that a word?
Yeah.
And if you want it in more depth, please do click on the video all about running cadence. Next. What is running economy?
So different to cadence, but I'm sure cadence impacts on your running economy, as does your height and your mechanics and your weight and all of those things. But broadly, running economy is how efficient you are at running. So VO2 max is the measure of the maximum oxygen uptake that your body can produce or do. The running economy is how efficient you are at using that oxygen that you take in. Next,
what is running up that hill about? I'm not going to sing again. I really want to sing again. I'm not going to sing again.
What is running up what hill? I don't even know.
Kate Bush!
Oh, totally lost on me. I was thinking of us running up the steepest hill in the steepest street in the world.
It was a street, not a hill.
Yeah, well, it was a hill, but it was also a street.
Yeah, it's not the steepest hill though, is it? No, running up that hill. That's that really famous Kate Bush song that is dreadful to run to, by the way. Controversial opinion. But people put like running songs on their playlists about running. Kate Bush, running up that hill. Don't try and run to it. It's awful, in my opinion.
Listen to Anna. I've got no idea what's going on.
Did you genuinely think that meant hill rap?
I always thought it's a strange thing to search for.
That's really funny. There's actually a really good cover version of Running Up That Hill by Future Heads. Check it out. It's good. Right, the last one.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can't be any worse than some of the others. Ugh. What is running in French? You do French, don't you?
I do. It is la course à pied, so the race on foot, or courir is to run in French.
Okay.
That might be the end of that conversation.
No, it's not. It's not, because I'm just going to throw in some useless information as well. That in Portuguese, it's corsa. Because when I was running through the Azores, where they speak Portuguese, lots of the locals were saying, corsa, corsa. Right, okay. I think we ought to stop. I've reached the peak. You guys searched for some really weird stuff about running, though, and hopefully we've been able to answer some of those questions for you. And I think there's a few ideas for some new running channel videos that we've got as well. If you've liked the video, please give us a thumbs up and leave us a comment below.
Yeah, I mean, are runners better in bed?
Not that one.
That's not the one that you're thinking of.
That's literally the only reason why you've done this video, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
No, seriously though, leave us a comment below if you maybe disagree with some of the stuff you said. Maybe you do agree with some of the stuff. Maybe you've got some questions that you want answering, and we might even do this again. Who knows?
Yeah. I don't know whether they'll let me back.
Yeah, not with it. We'll see you next time on the Running Channel.